Obviously, I think there was a situation where we weren't sure where the ball was going to be, and so we were trying to figure out what's the best call. And then, we had a good call on the short yardage, and then we jump off sides. They jump, and then that forces us to flinch, and so then now we're backed up, and so we just got a little bit out of sync. But I think when we got the ball, we were moving, and then we got down there, we just had a couple things we weren't on the same page. And again, you got some young guys in there. In that situation, it's going to be a great opportunity for us to coach.
He said they wanted to put him on his back and hit Trevor, but were you pleased with the offensive line? He had a clean pocket pretty much all day.
For the most part, and really, we were credited for 2 sacks, and one was a situation where Travis didn't just do his job. I got him in the slide protection, trying to have a plan for some of the exotic stuff that they were doing, because they do a really, really good job on third down, and Travis just goes and cuts and misses the guy, so then now that gives up a sack. And then the other one, they had a good call. They had us in a situation where they isolated our back on their Mike linebacker, and then the backside backer looped over the top, and we just couldn't. We got scissored off and couldn't get it bumped back. So I thought they had 2 situations where they got us. But other than that, to be able to throw the ball up and down the field and have a clean pocket, that's big for a young guy who's just trying to figure out his offensive line. We're trying to get him confident and making sure he steps up in the pocket and not sliding too much. I thought he did a really good job, and the offensive line protected him.
Is this offense about where you thought it would be 7 games in?
I think you always go in with high hopes, but we're appreciative of the adversity that we had in the first half of the season, and the biggest thing from that going into the off week was, hey, let's learn from the mistakes that we had and some of the opportunities to grow, and then let's create some momentum. So I thought we did a good job of starting the third quarter of our season, coming out with good momentum. But still, there's enough on film for us to coach and keep these guys humble and hungry. And obviously, we know that going down to Tallahassee, it's going to be a tough place to play. It doesn't matter what the record is and what you see on film. You're going to get their best. And when we come back here, Louisville's going to give us their best as well. So definitely encouraged, with the way that we use the off week and the momentum that we created coming out.
How's Trevor handled all the ebbs and flows of the season? I mean, it's always different with a freshman and for a guy who's gotten hurt, who didn't have the job initially.
He's just been Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's just a very humble young man. His own toughest critic. So he's always trying to find ways to improve and to learn, and he's just being himself, and that's what makes him special. He just has that demeanor where he can go on to the next play. He's a very, very quick learner, and every rep that he gets in a game environment is just going to make him better.
That's the first time y'all scored a touchdown on the first drive this year. So how was it to get off to a quick start?
It was something that we wanted to challenge our guys, and first half of the season we were doing a good job of finishing games, and where we've helped our defense and really, really put pressure on people in the past is when we can come out and we can score, on those early drives in the game. And I think that's big. We were sparked by a big kickoff return, so obviously they cut the field down for a little bit, but everybody was dialed in, locked in, understood what we were trying to get accomplished, and we go down, we score, and then now that just brings more life to the defense and gives them an opportunity to pin their ears back and be aggressive. So when we can stay aggressive and come out and get off to a fast start, it puts a lot of pressure on our opponents.
What's the biggest risk you've seen with Trevor from you from Texas A&M the same day?
Just grasping everything we're trying to do. It's a lot within our system. There's a lot of checks. There's a lot of different, half-field reads in the passing game. There's a lot of things to manage in the run game. You're not always reading the same guy. Different kind of run RPOs, take advantage of different kind of structures, second level, third level. And he's becoming more comfortable, and now you're managing all the different motions. So you're just seeing that things are just starting to slow down for him. And when they slow down for him, now his talent can take over.
Travis dropped a screen pass earlier in the game, vindicated himself a little bit later in the game. What is it with Travis that's just having a problem locking in the screen?
Well, biggest thing is again, he comes from a system where he was used to catching pitches, and so now he's catching spirals. They're coming out fast. He's got a quarterback that can get it to him. The biggest thing for him is just, getting him to commit to catching the ball with his eyes. And I talk to him all the time about catching the ball with your eyes, and what that means is you watch the ball literally almost into the tuck, so that you make sure that you don't take your eyes off of it in the last 12 inches of flight. That's really when he gets in trouble. So it was good to see him, come back and catch the screen for a big play, and it was the same screen he ran up at Wake Forest that he dropped.
What does it say about the balance of your offense that you've won games this year on the ground, and then you go today and pretty much exclusively win a game through the air?
We want to be balanced. I mean, we want to dictate the pace of the game, but then also too, defense is going to come in and they're going to have a game plan, and their game plan may be to stop one aspect of the game. So we'll do whatever it takes to win. That's a commitment to being unselfish. As an entire offense, understanding that my guys have had some success in the last couple of games. They're being talked about. Things are good, but then you come in and hey, it wasn't our night to have the statistics, but guess what? We still got to roll every single play, and so I think that's it's just a testament to the foundation of our program that there's no entitlement, that we're going to do whatever it takes. You know, the objective is to win a ball game, and if we got to throw it every single down to win it, then we're going to throw it. If we got to run it, then we got to run it. And again, you got to take the ego out of it, especially as coaches and players, to make sure that you don't get the cart before the horse, and just go out there and execute the plan, make adjustments, and take what's better.
Can you speak to the balance of last week or 2 weeks ago? Wake Forest, you just dominated with the run. The run wasn't there today, and you just took it and over 375 yards past.
Correct. You know, we didn't have the explosives in the run game, you know, that we've been accustomed to the last couple of games. And you know what? Sometimes it's going to be like that. But it's just hats off to our guys for not getting frustrated, to still believing in the plan and understanding that a lot of the throws that you saw were called runs with the throw option. And so Trevor did a great job of managing it. If they were committed to having extra guys near the box, they were going to try and single everybody up at the line of scrimmage and create one-on-one blocks, whereas in the past we've been able to get some double teams. So we're going to go back and look at it and obviously find ways to improve. But if you can go out and throw the ball to win, then you know, so be it. And again, I'm dang proud of this group of players for all the adversity they overcame in the first half of the season, and to come out and create some momentum versus a very, very good opponent here tonight.
Tony, you guys subbed in the third team again at the end of the